Hey guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. If you like what you see, hit subscribe below. I'm trying to keep it really real, and this video is about a little known fact probably to you guys on YouTube, but I actually have 100,000 followers on Instagram and a blue check mark. I'm just here to say that, like, first of all, Instagram actually gave me a blue check mark, and it's really nice of them, but I'm not anyone special. I am no different than any one of you. A blue check mark in society today, I think, is this weird stamp that you're famous. There are plenty of people who are really worthy of having a blue check mark who need it for reasons of security. Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, people that we all know. Nicki King, does she really need a blue check mark? I don't know. I appreciate you, Instagram, for wanting to make my account more secure. I do appreciate that. I do run into fake accounts and just like that sort of thing, and so I never want to be impersonated online, and that is the real reason why Instagram gives out blue check marks. It should not be this coveted, like, wow, like, you're famous. Like, I'm not famous, as you guys know. You probably don't know me. You don't know me, but hi. Let's be friends. I'm just a real normal person. So yeah, I just kind of want to dive into some common misconceptions with what it comes to have 100,000 followers on Instagram and a blue check mark. So the number one common misconception is that I'm famous. We kind of already talked about this. I'm not famous. I don't have a really good reason for gaining a following. I have dabbled in a lot of things, but there is not one specific reason why I have followers, if that makes sense. I think that mostly I have followers from just keeping it real, being silly. I used to dress up at restaurants, like in the middle of like a fancy dinner, like an elf, and do like kind of weird like stunts like that. But that is something that makes sense to my personality and wasn't really a publicity stunt. It's more just like, I'm a weirdo and I want to know what happens when I do weird things in public. If you're a weirdo, keep being weird. I appreciate my followers. Thank you. Thank you to those who are interested in my life, but joke's on you guys, I am not that cool. And then the second common misconception to having a blue check mark and a following on Instagram is that you are making money off of your influence. I don't consider myself to be an influencer. I know me saying that is going to kind of sound weird, especially because now I am actively making videos on YouTube. I do want to be authentic and real, and I think that YouTube is a wonderful platform to kind of speak how I really feel about things, and it's an opportunity to kind of say, hey, like, this is what's messed up in the world, or like, hey, these are my opinions, and those opinions might influence you. If they do, great. If they don't, it's fine. I think that life is about sharing and starting a dialogue, and so I am trying to be a little bit more active in this conversation since I do have a blue check mark and followers. So hi, but I don't think of myself as an influencer. To me, being an influencer is kind of like a career path, and I definitely don't, I'm not like, oh, I'm an influencer. I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, oh, let me influence you. Did I influence? And like, oh, like, take it really seriously. Like, hey guys, so I slept on my satin pillow last night, and I read this book, and I think that you guys should really read it. And then I brushed my teeth with this toothbrush, and yeah, like, let's King Army. Uh, which, like, no offense if that's your brand and that's what you do, but I don't need to be known as an influencer. I'm not trying to sell you hair extensions from a Fulfilled by Amazon guy in his mom's basement because I don't use those. And so I think that a lot of people have this perception that everybody with a following, they make a bunch of money on it. And yes, like, is it possible for me to make money off of my Instagram? Yes. For me personally, I would feel like I was selling out. If I were to do a brand deal, I want it to be genuine. I want it to be a product that I love. So I feel like this philosophy can really be applied to an influencer, a non-influencer. I would just encourage people to be authentic. Do not profit off of your friends or your family or your followers just because you're desperate for like $200. Realistic, like, honestly, the payouts for these things, they're not worth it. Like, you making some dude in his mom's basement money, and this little girl who worships you, who's like, oh wow, like, I want to be like her. Like, you don't even have to have a following at all. You selling weird makeup to your friends, only do things that bring you joy. Don't do things out of like financial insecurity, please. Let's just make the world a better place. But yeah, until, like, most of influencer money comes from brand deals. And if I ever get to the point where I'm doing brand deals, I want you guys to know that it's something that I actually care about. And to this date, I did literally, like, real talk, I think back in like 2016 or 17, like early, like probably had like 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers. I got paid by a tequila brand, Ghost Tequila, but I love tequila, so that felt real to me. I got paid $300 to post a picture with a bottle of Ghost Tequila, and I got rid of them. I didn't get paid at all. Somebody just sent me these like flowers, the like forever flowers thing. So that is literally my honest. I have not sold you guys out. If I ever recommend anything, just know that I will be transparent about it. Yeah, I actually think it would be kind of fun to do some videos where it's an honest review about things rather than, like, look at me brushing my teeth, like, look at me, like, no. Okay, so, and then another thing that you run into is this stigma of being like, oh, like, you're an influencer. And this is in my public life, in my daily life. So, you know, I make a friend with somebody and they're like, oh, like, let's switch Instagrams. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then they're like, oh my God, like, oh my God, like, you, like, should I know you? Like, are you famous? Like, oh my God. And I'm like, hi. Like, no, you shouldn't know me. But I also think there's different reactions to this. There's 3 reactions to this. One of the reactions to this is like, oh, like, Nikki thinks that she's an influencer, and like there's this like, oh, like, she's so full of herself, like, oh, she has a following, and like she's just, you know, like, I don't like that. I mean, honestly, people are gonna think what they think about you, and I hope that's not true about me. But my real friends, I hope, would say that I'm not like, oh my God, like, can you guys help me with my, like, get the right shot for this water bottle on this hike. And so, yeah. So, yeah, that's also a lesson in you shouldn't care what people think. And I mean, you shouldn't care what people think. If you want to do that, do that. But I shouldn't be worried about people's stigma. They're either going to learn that I'm a good person or they're not. But the other type of person who's going to meet you when they realize that you have a following, now all of a sudden, now they're like, ooh, this is somebody, like, let me, like, I want to get her stories, like, let me, like, be her best friend. You kind of run into people potentially trying to use you for the wrong reasons or be your friend because they think that other people think you're cool, and that's not a great feeling, honestly. And it's a little hard to navigate some of that because, I mean, my friends know, like, I don't hold back when it comes to we're hanging out, like, sure, we can, like, post a story, like, I'm not like, ooh, like, you can't get in my following. I know other people with followings who are, like, very, like, you gotta earn it, like what, like, no, like, if you're my friend, I'm probably gonna post you, like, it's not a, like, who am I to not post? Like, that's ridiculous. If you're ever finding yourself in your life kind of like crafting or like thinking in that way, like, let's be a little bit more humble, you know? And so, but then with dating apps and that sort of thing too, sometimes I will meet people who do know who I am, who pretend not to know who I am, and then later I, like, found out that they did know who I am, and it's like, I don't even know who I am, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's just creepy and weird, and honestly, if you already know who I am, I live in Venice, and I sometimes you know, I'm on the discovery page and stuff like that. And so, like, if you do already know who I am, or if you already happen to follow me or something like that, it's not wrong. I'm not like, oh God, like, nobody should follow me. Like, but just be upfront about it. Don't lie, or, like, don't make it this weird thing. Please don't treat me like a normal human being. If you're doing this with other people with followings, small followings, big followings, whatever, like, just treat people like a human being. Yeah. So that is kind of my inside look at what it's like to having 100,000 followers and a blue check mark, really for pretty much no reason, on Instagram. With that said, if you want to follow me, but no, if you want to keep up with me, I am trying to do something good with my influence. I'm trying, influence or not, whether people watch this or not, I hope to do some good in the world 2021. So this is why I'm here, to try to help you feel less alone, I'm doing this for me. So watch it, don't watch it, hate it, don't hate it. Let's get a dialogue going about something. Let's do stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna go now, okay.